Good morning everybody, my name's John Costa. Welcome to the Documentary Media Centre here in Leicester in the UK. Hopefully you're all well, keeping safe and well during lockdown. We're in lockdown as well, the same as you. So rather than being able to either visit, as we did back in March 2018, or talk to you live during your lab sessions, we thought we'd create some short videos for you this week to help you think about your creations for the SDG Film Festival. Now, when we came back in March 2018 and visited AUPP on two occasions, in March and May, we ran something called March Media Madness, which was 3 days of activities, all formed around what I do here as a freelance journalist at the Documentary Media Centre. And that is documentary film, photography, audio, like podcasting, and then how to use new media. What we've done since then, through working with Professor Steve, is to be able to get you guys to submit your video blogs that you do as part of your course to the SDG Film Fest, which is something that my university where I teach is a partner with universities in Indonesia, Malaysia, and I know this year they're looking to expand to places like China, India, and also to Nigeria. It's about getting your films made and then also submitted and seen by a wider audience rather than just being marked by Professor Steve. Now, one of the things that's really interesting about this opportunity is, as a partner, I was able to sponsor one of the awards last year, and I was absolutely delighted when Naira, one of the students at AUPP, you guys might recognise Naira here on your left, he did a fantastic film, and I actually picked this as the winner. So he won a cash prize, and then I interviewed him, and the film is up on YouTube, talking at an event that I had in February, which relates to the 100 countries that I cover for Parallel Lives here at the Documentary Media Centre, which is an independent museum, archive and library. Now, if we go back to the screen here, I want to show you, this is the SDG Film Festival website. This year's awards have not been announced, or kind of what the criteria is, or even the dates. So this website will give you some background information about the kind of quality of the film that you need to go with, how long you need to make them for, some sort of guidelines as well. And you can see what people have done over the last couple of years with the film festival. So I'm greatly encouraged to be able to talk to you today on this first video, the first video of 3 that you'll see from me this week, inviting you to participate in the SDG Film Festival as part of March Media Madness. Now, with the SDGs, sometimes people are aware of them, but sometimes they're completely new. So let's have a look at a logo here. This is all 17 Sustainable Development Goals in one place. They're very colourful, very vibrant. Things like SDG 5, gender equality. You may have heard of number 13, climate action. So when you look at the requirements for putting these films together, obviously the trouble we've got at the moment is with lockdown, so you can't necessarily get out, you can't film down by the river or in the city centre or in any of the markets, so you're going to really have to be creative in how you go about capturing in your 3 to 4 minute film your views of the Sustainable Development Goals and the impact of those on you. So just some hints and tips. Look around you, see what you've got, where you're living, what you can use, who you can use as well, whether you've got like parents, younger brothers and sisters, filming over their shoulders, looking at websites, having conversations with them about, you know, their own use of plastic, for example, if you're going to do plastic. When you're looking at number 14, Life Below Water, which is what Naira focused on, it's thinking as well about the river, ponds, not just the sea, not just the ocean. You might do life on land, so you might be able to have some old photographs or films that you've done from when you visited maybe somewhere out in the province before lockdown. Any of these ideas, just start to think about how you can be creative. There's the view out of your window or out of several windows that you could look at. There's anything that you've captured before, maybe something that you've done at school, a project that you've done at school around recycling or energy use, solar power, anything like that, magazines, books, YouTube films. Just be creative and really start thinking through that process. So my first challenge to you today for this very first video is by the time I speak to you again on Wednesday, is to find yourself 3 of the SDGs that you can focus on. Okay, so out of those 17, I'd like each of you to select 3. Not put them in any order, not decide which one you're going to do yet, but to get yourself 3 and then just write down why you're interested in that. Okay, so it might be something that's personal to you, it might be something that affects your family member, it might be something that you've seen when you've travelled, it might have been a documentary that you've watched that inspired you to do that, like Nara, watching documentaries about the ocean and plastic. It might be something that you've had a conversation with some of your friends, or even something you've done at university, while you've been at AUPP, having conversations with Professor Steve and some of the other staff there as well. Okay, so I want you to identify 3 SDGs that you're going to focus on and why. Okay, and then once you've done that, by the time I speak to you on Wednesday, I'll set you the next challenge for the 3 challenges of March Media Madness, where we're going to start thinking about, we need to get rid of one of those. So on Wednesday's challenge, we'll be talking about how do we make those 3 down to 2, and then by Friday, hopefully we'll have got to the SDG that you're going to go with, really thought a little bit more, I'll give you some more hints and tips of things that you could do, things that you could think about, and we'll take it from there. So good luck, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.